Alex Eala is heading back to New York, and this time she is not returning as an unknown teenage prospect chasing a breakthrough. She is arriving as one of the most talked about young players in tennis, a WTA champion, a top 20 player, and one of the biggest attractions surrounding the 2026 US Open. The attention around Eala has grown so quickly that even established stars are now talking about what it means to experience the Eala effect for themselves. Welcome back to the channel. If you follow the rise of Alex Eala and the extraordinary support she has received from Filipino tennis fans around the world, you already know that New York is different. This is the city where she created history as a junior, where she produced one of the most dramatic Grand Slam comebacks of her career, and where the Filipino community has embraced her as one of its own. So make sure you are subscribed, because the story heading into Flushing Meadows is getting bigger by the day. The latest development is especially interesting because Eala is no longer simply entering the US Open as another young player to watch. The official US Open itself has identified her as one of the biggest attractions of this year's tournament. The tournament's own player profile describes the 21-year-old as one of the biggest draws in New York, highlighting her 2026 breakthrough, her Washington title, her Wimbledon run, and the enormous attention surrounding her return to Flushing Meadows. And there is something important to understand about that attention. Eala's popularity did not suddenly appear because of one tournament. It has been building through a sequence of historic moments. She has moved from junior champion, to Grand Slam breakthrough, to WTA title winner, and now to a player ranked inside the world's top 20. The result is a completely different level of expectation. When she walks into the Billie Jean King National Tennis Center this year, fans are not simply waiting to see what she can become. They are coming to see what she has already become. Her New York connection makes the story even more powerful. In 2022, Eala won the US Open girls singles title and became the first Filipino player to capture a junior Grand Slam singles championship. 4 years later, the US Open is presenting her as a player who has continued to build on that historic foundation. The tournament has also emphasized how much her relationship with New York has grown, with Eala herself describing the atmosphere and the fans as something uniquely special. Then came last year's breakthrough on the same grounds. At the 2025 US Open, Eala defeated Clara Tauson in an extraordinary 3-set battle to become the first Filipino player, male or female, to win a Grand Slam main draw singles match in the Open era. She came back from 5-1 down in the deciding set, survived 4 match points, and eventually won the deciding tiebreak 13-11. That was not just a victory. It was the moment her US Open story became part of tennis history. Think about what that means for her return. The teenager who once lifted the junior trophy in New York is now walking back into the same tournament as a WTA champion. And the transformation has happened remarkably quickly. At the 2025 US Open, she was ranked around number 75. Now, after a breakthrough 2026 season, she has reached the top 20 and is preparing to make the highest Grand Slam seed ever achieved by a Filipino singles player. Reports indicate she is set to be seeded number 15 in New York. That ranking is not just a number on the draw sheet. It tells you how dramatically Eala's competitive level has changed. She has already defeated multiple elite opponents in 2026, including defending Wimbledon champion Iga Swiatek during her run at Wimbledon. She then captured her first WTA singles title in Washington, D.C., defeating Jessica Pegula in the final. The official US Open profile notes that Eala went 7-2 against top 10 opponents during her run to that title. And that is where the so-called Eala effect becomes more than a social media phrase. There is now a direct connection between her results and the attention she generates. The better she performs, the more people want to watch her. The more people watch her, the greater the atmosphere becomes around her matches. And the stronger that atmosphere becomes, the more obvious it is that Eala has developed something every professional athlete wants but very few actually achieve: genuine audience pull. Tournament officials in North America have already seen that firsthand. During the hardcourt swing, Eala's matches attracted extraordinary attention, with reports from Washington and Toronto highlighting the demand surrounding her appearances. The official US Open has now openly placed her among the players to watch, while giving her additional opportunities during Fan Week. So while claims of exactly 33,000 ticket requests specifically for Eala should be treated as verify, unless independently confirmed by tournament officials, there is no question that the demand surrounding her has become a significant part of the story. Her merchandise popularity has also become part of the conversation, particularly after Nike's continued promotion of Eala as part of its tennis roster. But the larger point is not whether one particular shirt sold out faster than another player's merchandise. The important point is that Eala now has a recognizable identity beyond the tennis court. Fans know her story. They know where she comes from. They know what she represents. And for a huge Filipino audience, watching her in New York feels personal. That matters enormously at the US Open because Flushing Meadows is not just another tournament venue. It is one of the most diverse major sporting environments in the world, and New York has a particularly strong Filipino community. For Filipino fans, Eala's presence gives them a player whose journey they can follow and celebrate on the biggest stage. And for Eala, that support appears to carry genuine emotional weight. The US Open itself has highlighted her appreciation for New York fans and the unique atmosphere they create. But there is another reason this particular US Open is so fascinating for Eala. She is not coming into New York with only the women's singles draw on her mind. She has also been given a wild card into the revamped US Open Mixed Doubles Championship alongside Canadian star Felix Auger-Aliassime. And Auger-Aliassime has already made it clear that he is excited about one very specific part of the partnership, experiencing the Eala effect from inside the court. That is an extraordinary comment when you consider who Auger-Aliassime is. This is a world-class player who has competed on the biggest courts in tennis, reached the US Open singles semifinals, and regularly plays in front of massive international audiences. Yet ahead of this mixed doubles partnership, he openly acknowledged that Eala brings something special with her fan base. His comments essentially turn the usual dynamic upside down. Instead of the established star introducing the younger player to the crowd, he is looking forward to finding out what it feels like when the crowd comes with her. The partnership itself is also part of a much bigger experiment at this year's US Open. The Mixed Doubles Championship has been redesigned as a major attraction, with star pairings, expanded promotion, and prime tournament week attention. The official field includes combinations such as Aryna Sabalenka and Novak Djokovic, Elena Rybakina and Taylor Fritz, Iga Swiatek and Casper Ruud, and Amanda Anisimova and Lerner Tien. Eala and Auger-Aliassime are among the wildcard teams. And there is a correction worth making here because the schedule matters. The Mixed Doubles Championship is not simply a side event taking place after the main tournament. The 2026 competition is scheduled from August 24th through August 26th, before the main singles championship begins on August 30th. The first round and quarterfinals are scheduled for August 25th, with Louis Armstrong Stadium and Arthur Ashe Stadium hosting matches, while the semifinals and final are scheduled for August 26th. That means Eala's New York story starts even earlier than many fans realize. She will have the opportunity to compete in mixed doubles alongside Auger-Aliassime before the main singles draw takes center stage. And that could be valuable from a competitive perspective. After a demanding North American swing, mixed doubles gives Eala another chance to compete, but in a different format, with different tactical demands and a completely different kind of pressure. For Auger-Aliassime, the motivation is similar. He has spoken about the value of staying in a competitive mindset, rather than simply training and making appearances during the tournament period. Mixed doubles gives him exactly that. But for Eala, the biggest benefit may be the atmosphere. She is entering an event where her name already carries enormous interest, and now she has a world-class partner who understands that the crowd will be a major part of the experience. Then there is Stars of the Open. On Thursday, August 27th, Eala is scheduled to appear at Arthur Ashe Stadium during US Open Fan Week alongside fellow rising stars including Iva Jovic, Joao Fonseca, Lerner Tien, Arthur Fils, Amanda Anisimova, Alex Michelsen, and Marta Kostyuk. The official US Open listing confirms that the event will feature 4 singles exhibition matches and that a portion of ticket proceeds will benefit the USTA Foundation's youth tennis and education programs. So before Eala even plays her first women's singles match, She is already scheduled for multiple major appearances around the grounds. Mixed doubles, Fan Week, Arthur Ashe Stadium, and then the main event, the US Open singles draw. That is a significant workload, but it also shows how much confidence the tournament has in her ability to attract attention. She is being positioned not merely as a participant, but as one of the young faces of the next generation. And this is where the story becomes particularly interesting from a sporting perspective. Popularity can create opportunities, but it also creates pressure. Eala has spent the last year learning how to play under increasingly intense attention. Her Miami breakthrough in 2025 changed the scale of her audience. Her US Open victory over Towson created a historic national moment. Wimbledon made her an international story. Washington turned her into a WTA champion. Now New York is asking her to perform while the spotlight is brighter than ever. Jessica Pegula recently praised the way Eala has handled that spotlight. The American finalist noted how refreshing it was to see Eala deal with the enormous fandom surrounding her and pointed to the maturity she has shown while navigating it. That observation matters because popularity is easy when everything is going well. The real test comes when a player walks onto court knowing that thousands of people are emotionally invested in every point. Eala has also been clear that rankings are not the central focus of her mindset. Her stated priority has been winning more matches and producing her best level consistently, with the ranking expected to follow. That mentality may be particularly important at the US Open. Being seeded number 15, if confirmed in the final draw, will bring expectations that did not exist when she arrived in New York as a number 75 ranked player a year ago. The difference is enormous. A year ago, opponents could look at Eala as a dangerous young player capable of an upset. Now, she enters as a seeded player who can be expected to advance. That changes the psychology of matches. She is no longer chasing attention. She is managing it. She is no longer trying to prove that she belongs. Her results have already done that. The next challenge is showing that she can sustain that level across an entire Grand Slam. And that may be the biggest question surrounding her New York return. Can Eala turn the extraordinary momentum of 2026 into another deep Grand Slam run? She already reached the fourth round at Wimbledon after defeating Swiatek, proving she can handle the biggest stages. But the US Open presents a different challenge. The conditions, the crowds, the pressure, and the expectations are all familiar to her, yet they will be amplified because her profile is now dramatically higher. There is also the physical side. Eala has played a busy schedule during the North American hardcourt swing, including Washington, Toronto, and Cincinnati. She reached the third round in Cincinnati before falling to Amanda Anisimova in 3 sets. The defeat ended that tournament, but it also gave Eala valuable time to recover and prepare for New York. The bigger objective now is not simply to play more tennis. It is to arrive at the US Open physically and mentally ready for the demands of 7 potential singles rounds. The Cincinnati loss also provides useful context. Eala won the opening set against Anisimova and even led early in the deciding set before the American turned the match around. That result was disappointing, but it does not erase what came before it. In Washington, Eala had already produced the biggest title of her career.